First of all, guys, I am a huge fan of the Mighty Ducks. I was 11 years old when the first movie came out. So the franchise, I've kind of grown up with it as we went on with time. And now here we are where it's focusing on the kids and the parents, which I can absolutely relate to. But did you guys think at all that the Mighty Ducks would first of all, that you would be brought back to the franchise and that there would be this resurgence of the Quack Attack? And Vincent, we'll go with you first.
No, I think, I mean, there was always talks through the years of, this is going to happen, that's going to happen. I always just sort of put it out of my mind. Like, it was a great trilogy, and it's a great trilogy that's in the past. I never thought they'd revive it. And, definitely shocking. And to see these episodes now, they revived it so well in such an interesting way. And like you're saying, that they weave the parents into it, and really, really exciting, but definitely a surprise more than anything else.
Now, here we are back a lot of years later. And just out of curiosity, were you surprised where your characters ended up in the show? And we'll start with you, Garrett.
I wasn't surprised. I was really happy to see that Guy and Connie went the distance. I was hoping for that. I loved that Connie's a state senator now, and Guy's just this loving, supportive husband, this more like the stay-at-home dad, which seems like a perfect fit for him.
Now, Justin, I am a Kenny Wu guy all the way, mainly because I'm half Asian, and we had representation early on in the Mighty Ducks with Kenny Wu. Can you tell me what Kenny Wu has been up to since his time away from the ice? Because he still has the moves. He still has the moves.
Yeah, well, I've definitely moved away from acting soon after the Mighty Ducks movies, and ever since then, I've actually got into audio engineering, and I actually do audio and live concerts and in the studio bits. I do some I don't record the dialogue for cartoons, but I'm in there editing and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I do for a living now. Is I'm an audio engineer, do lots of concerts, lots of fun.
That's amazing. Now, Vincent, one word that gets thrown around a lot now, mainly because we've been rewatching the old school Ducks in preparation for the new one here at our house, is cake eater. I never knew what a cake eater was until more recently. Can you explain what a cake eater is?
I mean, I didn't know what it was until we were doing the movies either. Essentially, a cake eater, it was, as far as I know, it's a local term that's just sort of, silver spoonish, like to the manor born kind of thing. I think it was as simple as that, but it was definitely, it was snide. It wasn't a compliment. It was, you've got it all taken care of for you. It was definitely, yeah, I think snide's probably the word.
Now, Garrett, in this reunion episode with you guys returning, the original Ducks returning, the creator of the Mighty Ducks, Stephen Brill, he also is directing the episode. Can you talk to me what it was like reuniting with him for this historic event?
Yeah, I mean, it was such a treat to get to have him at the helm. He is just such a huge part of our childhoods, and to have him really be the one that was directing us when we came back was thrilling. And he's such a talented director, and as the writer as well, it was really fun watching him on set, because it always felt like the story was this malleable thing. He was very present and in the moment, and every take was slightly different. I'm actually really excited to see the episode, because I feel like there's about 10 different cuts that could have ended up being the one that they went with. He was always just observing, seeing what's working, throwing out different lines. Comes from that comedy background, so he really had us on our toes the entire time.
Amazing. Now, Justin, what does Kenny think of Coach Gordon Bombay now?
I think he's awesome. I love his sarcasm. I love his grumpiness. But then out of all that, you still see that he loves hockey. No matter how much he wants to hide it, he just can't stay away from it.
Vincent, which member of the Don't Bothers do you think Adam kind of relates to the most?
Probably you caught me off guard because I can't remember the character's name, but the girl who comes over from the Ducks.
Right.
She just came over recently. I think for sure of someone that realizes, like, it's about the sport, it's about fun, and it needs to inject some sincerity into something that was getting a little cold. So I think that character relates the most.
Now, for all three of you guys, it's been a while since we've seen the Mighty Ducks on our screens. How was it getting back onto the ice and working with these young actors? Because if I'm not mistaken, in the original Mighty Ducks, when you guys were cast, some of you guys didn't know how to skate at all. Is that correct? Garrett, we'll go with you.
Yeah. Most of us had never played hockey before D1. And they sent us to this 4-week-long crash course hockey camp where we got the basics. And I think for the most part, I know I did, and Vinny and Justin had already played a little bit of hockey, but we all continued to play hockey through our youth after the movies. So yeah, I grew up playing this game. So it had been probably about 10 years since I put on skates, but I was surprised how comfortable I felt getting out there. It really just it felt like riding a bike. I did not want to get off. I was just so pleased, even just how I could still stick handle a little bit. It was really wonderful. And yeah, I just wanted to play. I just wanted to scrimmage, and that was the same with the new generation. They were just chomping at the bit to get out on the ice with us. And when we finally got to do that scrimmage, it was just a blast.
Now, Vincent, your character almost is following in the footsteps of Gordon Bombay a little bit, because your character is now a lawyer. Can you talk to me about what Adam has learned from Coach Bombay that he's taking into his present?
Well, again, like we were mentioning with the characters, I think that Adam learned that you can do big things, you can maybe do wealthy things, but you can do it the right way. You can do it with sincerity. So I think it makes sense that he needed to do, that he needed to do something along those lines, something that would maybe satisfy his cake eater, but stay sincere and worthwhile at the same time.
Well, look, guys, this has been a dream come true for me, because no joke, I used to play this NHL game on my Sega Genesis, and I legitimately created you guys as creative players on a roster that I put myself on, being the Mighty Ducks. So I want to thank you guys for letting my dream come true. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much.
Joseph,
you guys
thank you.
Thanks, Joseph.